In this emergency update, the Bitcoin price is going completely parabolic. After breaking out of this horizontal triangle that I covered on my channel, we've seen the Bitcoin price completely take off to the upside and is currently breaking above $9,000. I want to talk about this green resistance zone up here, and if you think that that sounds interesting, then I think that you should definitely go to this video. Welcome to the moon. My name is Carl and I'm here to bring you this emergency update. The Bitcoin price is completely breaking out parabolically here. Let's take a look at what we are seeing. First of all, I always talk about the volume, and look at the volume. We are seeing a crazy daily volume spike, way above all of the previous volume candles, indicating that we are definitely seeing the breakout. And that was, of course, obvious way before when I'm recording this, but the volume is confirming that we have left the consolidation phase. And this is basically the proof that Bitcoin is going bullish and we're not going bearish. And I want to take a look at some resistance up here, of course, but you can see this rising wedge that we were looking at, and Bitcoin basically broke to the upside out of this rising wedge. And interestingly, most of you probably remember this horizontal triangle that I pointed out here in the chart. And if I were to just show you once again how I measured the target, if we do this and then put this at the point of the breakout, you can see that Bitcoin perfectly came up and met the target of approximately $8.8 thousand. So this was a perfectly executed trade based on this technical analysis, and classic technical analysis works out very well sometimes. And in this case, Bitcoin came perfectly up to the target. But now it's the question, where is Bitcoin heading? Bitcoin is currently above $9,000, which is of course a major psychological level. And Bitcoin is right now running into this resistance area that I put in the chart because of some resistance back there, support there, some support right there you can see, and also resistance, support, resistance. It's an obvious problem area. And this area ranges from 9,190 down to 8,990 approximately. So that is a resistance that we should keep in mind as Bitcoin is pumping currently. And why is Bitcoin pumping like this? Well, just like I talked about in yesterday's video, Bitcoin is breaking above the 200 daily moving average, this red line here. Let me just make it a little bit more visible. You can see this red line, and Bitcoin broke above it, even got a daily close above it. This is a very bullish sign. And if we go over to the weekly chart, I mentioned that also yesterday, that we are breaking above this this pink line or this purple line, the 20 weekly. This is the most important moving average in Bitcoin history by far. You can see that when Bitcoin breaks above it right there, that's when we saw this major parabolic run up. When we broke it down there, we saw a big bear market. Basically, this is a huge event that just took place, indicating that Bitcoin is officially now in a bull market. We are officially in a bull trend. And this is a very bullish sign for the coming weeks and months leading into the halving. And remember what I said yesterday, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of bullish weeks here, 6 green weekly candles. And basically what I talked about yesterday was that back here, we saw the exact same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 7th weekly candle here was a huge bullish candle to the upside. And that's why I said yesterday that this is looking very bullish, because we saw this exact setup back here. And if we were to see another big pump here above the 20 weekly, then something like this is what we could expect. A big weekly candle. Most of you probably remember this, when Bitcoin went from 4,000 all the way up to 5,000 and 26% weekly candle there. And we are seeing the exact same thing replicated once again. So this is very interesting that we're seeing the same thing happening all over again. So it's very interesting. As you can see by this chart here, we saw a big capitulation, bounced off of the 200 weekly, and then we broke above the 20 weekly and saw a big parabolic move. What if we see the exact same thing here? A big capitulation, bounce off of the 200 weekly, break above the 20 weekly, just like the last time. what if we are now in for a massive parabolic run-up into the halving? This is what seems to be the obvious scenario staring us in the face. And it is possible that Bitcoin might get rejected right now by this big resistance box. But if Bitcoin breaks through, I think that this is the next obvious resistance area. 10.5 thousand down to 10.4. If Bitcoin breaks above 10.5 thousand, then honestly, I think that that is probably the signal that Bitcoin might be going to 20,000 much faster than people have been expecting previously, because there is not a lot of resistance above that level. If I were to pull out the VPVR, we will be able to see that after that level, you can see here, after this level, there is not a lot of volume traded in the VPVR, and I think that if we break above 10.5k, then we could see these massive daily candles where Bitcoin is going to go basically extremely bullish after the halving and going to 20k much sooner than people expect right now. This is a very bullish turn of events, and of course there is one more line I want to point out before I close this video, and that is the following line. If I take a line from the all-time high down to where we are right now, we can see that Bitcoin might be running into some trouble here from this major resistance line, this major downward trending resistance, and a pullback is possible. But on the flip side, if Bitcoin is able to break through this resistance, then we don't have any other downward trending resistance. This is the last one, and essentially Bitcoin is going extremely bullish right now, breaking all kinds of resistance. And yeah, please leave your comments down below. What are your price targets for the next few days and weeks here? Will Bitcoin be above $10,000 at the halving? Please leave your comments down below. And guys, let's see if we can push this video to 3,000 likes. That would be amazing. And also, if you are an experienced trader and if you want to take advantage of these price swings, you can sign up to Bybit or Phemex. You have these deposit bonuses. These are my current recommended exchanges for Bitcoin trading, only for experienced traders. But this is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. And if you haven't seen this video, then click right there right now, and I will see you guys tomorrow.